Look what happened. Gasoline hit $8 jillion a gallon, and guess what became cool again? Honda Civics and the like. So let's go for a spin in this Honda Civic EXL, the high-trim version of just about the only car most of us can afford to fuel anymore. Now, having a high-trim Civic does not mean we have a high-tech Civic. What makes this car more high-tech is the fact that it has the Navi package, as Honda calls it. Obviously, that means navigation. And here it is. This is a unit we've seen before. I'm not going to get terribly excited because it's like an old friend. Not getting any younger, if you will. It's a decent system. It's a good, clear interface, but it's not very artistic. It's not the state-of-the-art in terms of rendering of the map or the fonts or all the stuff I bitch about endlessly on these videos. However, it does have a great array of very clear, obvious, dedicated buttons. I'm kind of a dedicated button guy, so I like to see a lot of these around the perimeter. A lot of other folks are much more into either touchscreen or menus, or in this case, we have voice activation, which we think is pretty good on Hondas, so you've got that as another way to drive this guy. Navigation.
How would you like to set your destination?
City.
Which city?
Menlo Park.
Which street?
Santa Cruz.
What street number?
888.
Would you like to calculate a route?
Now that is basically a great navigation experience. Good recognition of natural language. That's key. Secondly, it lets me do it while I'm driving. Third, I'm able to jump right ahead and go to the next prompt, which I see on the screen in case I forgot what term it wants to hear. Now, aside from navigation, this is also your head unit for entertainment. And you see we have quite a few choices on this vehicle. AM, FM, of course. CD, it's a single disc CD. Because of the navigation apparatus, we lose a multi-disc in dash. And here's the goofy du jour. There's Honda's favorite crazy uncle thing, the PC card. We all carry PC cards full of music, right? There's no iPod adapter available on this car. You do have an aux jack down here, so you're going to do standard aux in. You got power right next to that. Another big omission, aside from the iPod thing, is no Bluetooth. That annoys me, because this is not so cheap a car that Bluetooth is somehow out of the realm. This car needs Bluetooth. If not standard at this trim level, at least optional. I love this double-tier dashboard. It's one of the greats for quick visual clarity. I can glance down and in half a second read everything that I need to know. It's extremely good information design. Now, the star of the show for those who care about economy, the motor. 1.8 liter inline 4. Honda does those right all day long. This guy delivers 2536 as its two EPA numbers. It's a 5-speed automatic in our car. That's optional. A 5-speed manual is what you'd call the base arrangement. This is a nice powertrain without being a brag box. Okay, let's price our nicer than expected, but not all that high-tech little gas saver. Civic EXL coupe or sedan. Again, high trim with nav. About $22,300. Not a bad entry point. That's with the manual. $8 bills more if you want the automatic. Not a lot of options to play with. You can get an 8-disc changer for about $440. Add a subwoofer for $370. Remote start is a little over $500. And by the way, those are all dealer installed options.